Hey guys, today in language, you guys are going to be doing pages 240 and 241 in your language books. Okay, you guys are going to think as a writer does. Okay, we are going to learn about the parts of a story. So the first part of a story is the title. Okay, and this tells the reader, it makes you wonder about what the story is going to be about. Okay, and then you have, after the title, you have the beginning of the story. Okay, and it introduces the main characters and the setting of the story, but it also tells the problem that the character faces in the story. Okay, then the middle part of the story tells about the events that happen. And then the ending tells how the story works out. So, how the character solved the problem that they had to deal with, and all the events that, led up to the ending of the story. Okay, so yesterday we read the story Mice Twice. Okay, and it is a fantasy. Okay, it's a make believe story. It has characters and a setting. So we met a lot of the different characters. We met cat, dog, mouse, lion. Okay, and there was some other characters as well. They are animals in this story. Okay, and the setting, it tells where and when the story takes place. Okay. So the main idea, okay, and then the different parts of the story. Okay, so on page 240, there's a story map of the story. Okay, so and it shows the parts of the story. So it's going to show the beginning, the middle, and the ending. Okay, so if you look at this page, okay, there's the title, Mice Twice. Okay, and then the beginning, it says, Cat was thinking about supper. He thought, I could eat 47 grasshoppers, or I could eat 69 crickets, or I could eat a fine fat sparrow. But what I think I'd really like is a nice tender mouse. Okay, so that's the beginning of the story. It introduces Cat, and then he's the main character of the story, and then it introduces Mouse. Okay. It also tells you about the problem that the character is facing. So Cat was really, really hungry, and he was trying to figure out what he was going to have for supper. Okay, so he thought maybe grasshoppers or crickets, but then he decided he really wanted a mouse. Okay, so that's the problem. Okay, that he's very, very hungry and he doesn't know what to eat for supper. Okay, and then the events, the middle part tells about the events that happened. So it says, Cat's stomach rumbled. Come in, he said. But when he opened the door, he saw that Mouse's friend was not another mouse. It was Dog. Dog was grinning. He was twice as big as Cat. So the cat was thinking that if Mouse brought a friend, that he would bring another mouse. But the cat was wrong. Mouse decided that he was going to bring Dog for protection because he knew that Dog was a lot bigger than Cat. Okay, so those are some of the events that happen, and then the dog decides to bring a friend to dinner, and then that friend brings another friend. Okay, so all this happens in the story that we read yesterday. Okay, and then the ending of the story is, if Cat did escape, you may be sure he never bothered Mouse again. So basically, the ending of the story says that Cat got outsmarted by Mouse and all the other animals. Okay, and if he did escape at the very end, you were sure that he wasn't ever going to borrow Mouse again because he outsmarted him. Okay, so these are the title, the beginning, the middle, and the ending of a story. Okay, so we have over here, think as a writer. Okay, so you have the parts of the story. We went over the title, the beginning, the middle, and the ending. Okay, so the title basically makes the reader wonder about a story. So the title was Mice Twice. Okay, So you're thinking, well, I know it has something to do with mice. And then twice kind of means like double, like 2 mice. Okay, so that kind of gets you thinking about the story. Okay, and then the beginning introduces the main character and the setting, and it tells the problem the character faces. So we know that the main character is Cat, and the setting was at Cat's house. Okay, and the problem was that Cat was very hungry and didn't know what he wanted to eat for supper. Okay, and then the middle tells the events that happen. So Cat invited Mouse to dinner, and then the mouse invited the dog to dinner because Cat said that he could bring a friend, thinking he was going to bring 2 mice, thinking, mice twice, that might be even better for supper. But Mouse outsmarted Cat and brought Dog, okay? And then Dog gets invited to dinner and he brings a friend and so forth. So all of this is happening in the story. And then the ending tells how the story works out. So the ending of our story was that the cat was caught, and the cat was going to try to escape. Okay, and if he does, then the mouse was surely never going to be bothered again by Cat. Okay, so I want you guys to look at page 241 in your language books. Okay. You have discussion questions about the story that we read yesterday. So I want you to answer questions 1 through 4. Okay. And then I want you to complete parts A and B. So part A, it says complete the beginnings, finish each story beginning by adding a character, a setting, and a problem. So for instance, number 1 says last year a very poor blank found a treasure in the blank. The only problem was blank. So you guys can come up with your own, whatever you decide, whatever character you want, whatever setting, and whatever problem. So if I said last year a very poor farmer found a treasure in the soil. The only problem was that he could not carry it. Okay, so that is just an example for number 1. You guys can add whatever you want. So I want you to do that for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then part B says read a story and make a map. Okay, so I want you to read the short story. You can read it again, Mice Twice. Okay. Or you can pick another short story that you have at home that maybe you could read. Okay, and then I want you to make a story map like at the bottom. Okay, and you're going to fill in the details of your story. So you're going to write the title, then you're going to write the beginning of the short story, the middle, and the end of the short story. So you're going to do a map like it shows on part B. Okay, you guys can do this in your language books. Okay, and please submit to me by Wednesday morning. Thanks. Have fun doing language. Bye.